again. We've got the boss here again, like the boss of all bosses, the Oga of all Oga. And guys, you're gonna like today. You're gonna love this live stream. As today we're not just here to come and tell you, fluff or tell you something that is not real, but we're gonna be showing you proven strategy and how it has worked for a lot of persons looking to secure a job in the UK, the tech job to be precise, looking to land that dream, then this live stream is for you. If you've gotten certification in tech, you must have taken training elsewhere with whoever, but you still haven't secured a job, then this live stream is for you. As today, my wonderful guest will be showing you how to get the UK job. He will be showing you what measure that should be put in place to get the UK job, and most importantly, how to acquire and land real world experiences. So, Mr. Efe Mena, thank you so much for joining us today again.
Thank you.
Excited. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
what do you have for us today?
I think you've done a very great introduction, to be honest with you. Majorly, like every other person out there, it's easy for people to learn now. There are quite a number of resources out there. People can go on YouTube, people can pay for boot camp, people can do so many things in order for them to acquire the knowledge. But now, is knowledge enough for you to get a job at the end of the
Not at
day?
all.
It's not enough anymore.
No.
Okay. And I usually use this very small situation. So if you want to hire, you want to sew a clothes today, you want to make a suit, or you want to sew a dress, whatever the case might be, would you give your dress, okay, to a tailor that has no experience,
No.
that I went to school to learn tailoring and all that? No, you wouldn't. You look for somebody that has proven records. Can I see samples of clothes you've made in the past?
Of
Have
course.
you sewn this kind of suits before in the past? Can I see samples of those things? That's exactly what the space is like at the moment. So nobody really cares if you went to an Ivy League university or you have a
Yeah.
PhD or any kind of experience. They are looking for people that have actual work experience. Even if you have a PhD, and I don't have a PhD and I have a little bit of experience, the two of us during the interview process will be given the same task to perform. So
Exactly.
you that exactly. So at the end of the day, experience is the new gold. And that's something that I tell everybody. Experience is the new gold. So yeah, essentially, I think you've done a great introduction
Yeah.
with delving more in depth into practical
Yeah.
steps people can take to
Yeah.
get started. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Efe Mena, a lot of people come to me and say, Clara, I want a job in the UK. Clara, how do I go about this? And I ask them, okay, what experiences have you gotten in this field or this role you are seeking to acquire employment in? And from there, they just keep quiet. So this is like an eye opener, a clarity to let people know that without experience, you will go nowhere. You need to stop running. You don't need to waste your time going to every website you can think of, getting certification, training, registering upon registering. No. What is your experience? Is it is
Exactly.
it is it a good one? Is it a credible? And trust me, Amdari. Amdari is the best. I've seen their work. I've talked about them before. Previously on all my social platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and this is because of the amazing work they've been doing. A lot of people have been able to land the UK job in tech with sponsorship in quotes, please put that in
Yes.
capital letter, after taking the Amdari real life working experience program. So, Mr. Efimena, how can we go about this? Like, what are the steps to take? You know, first of all,
I have a little presentation, so I'll just walk them through everything. So that with that presentation, it answers literally all the questions that they have. So if you give me the opportunity, I can just go ahead present,
yeah,
then answer all the questions. Is that okay?
yes, please, yes,
Okay. So I'll keep it very quick, within 20 minutes maximum. I'm going to be sharing my life experiences, so I want you guys to listen. So a lot of people will see people like myself today and say that, oh, these guys probably have some kind of experience,
hmm,
or they were just fortunate enough to get started. But honestly, that's why I find this kind of your platform very, 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 very impactful, because
yeah,
knowledge is power. To be honest with you,
that's
information is actually power at the end of the day. So if I did not have the knowledge or the experience or the exposure that I had at the time when I was looking at getting started, I would also have doubts. I would have doubts as to what you need to do to get started within the tech space. So let me just go ahead to I've presented my screen, so I think we're good to go. So today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, very, very important, and that is how to get relevant work UK experience if you are in the UK. How to get relevant UK experience for in-demand tech jobs. That's what we're going to be discussing about today. Now, this topic is very straight to the point. I mean, if you're in the UK, you would have heard of UK work experience. You need UK work experience. Or even in Canada, you have heard of Canadian experience. Or you're in Ireland. I lived in Ireland also, and you would have heard of Irish work experience. So you see, all the countries that you go to relocating, they demand you to have worked in that particular country before. But that's not. I mean, most people think that you have to get a job in that country to get started, but that's not really the case. And that's exactly where I'm going to be coming from today. Okay. So I just want you to sit down, relax, and listen to the next 15-20 minutes. I'm going to be walking you through what you need to know about getting started, getting the work experience that you need within the tech job. Okay. So who is Amdari? What do we do? Essentially, based off the background I will set so far, the key aim for us is to help people gain work experience. I mentioned something earlier. It's easy for you to go on. You want to start, you want to become a project manager. There are so many resources online that you can actually take to become a project, to know more about project management. But you learning about project management, is it sufficient enough for you to get a job? Absolutely not. If today you go write your PMP examination, there's 1,001 professionals out there that have a PMP certification, but cannot get a job. Why? Because majority of the jobs that you're going to be looking out for need actual work experience. So certification do not equate to experience. Now that's a major order. Most people that are looking at transitioning. So you're working in the bank, you want to transition into the tech space, or you're working from care, you want to go into something that has to do with care, with tech, or whatever the case might be. Most people just feel like they need a certificate to back up their inefficiencies or their lack of experience. But I'll tell you for free, in this day and age, if you don't have experience, nothing can be substituted to that itself. So we cover 8 career paths, and I'll tell you the reason why we cover 8 career paths: data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, SOC, which is Security and Operations Center, that's cybersecurity analyst. We have governance, risk and compliance, and we have ethical hacking and penetration testing. So these are the career paths that we focus on, and we guarantee you relevant UK experience that you can use to apply for jobs, you can put on your resume, and so on and so forth. Okay, but without further ado, what are we going to be discussing about today? I'm going to keep it very short, very precise, so you understand exactly what we're talking about in today's session. So number one is go straight to the point: how to get relevant UK work experience in in-demand tech jobs, the pathway to becoming a tech professional, and securing a job. You wanting to learn tech, or you learning tech, or you doing all the things that you're doing today to get into the tech space is not just for the fun of it. Most people are doing this in order for them to get a job. I wanted to get into tech because I wanted a better job. I wanted the flexibility, and all that. There's a reason why you also want to get into the tech space, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Actual pathway, step-by-step process that you can take today to get a job in the tech space. Then we'll talk about the Amdari work experience internship, and we have a special offer for you if you wait to the end of the session. So all you need to do now is just
So
get a
please
pen,
wait.
get a
Please
pen, get
wait,
a
guys.
journal. Literally, just wait to the end of the session and enjoy yourself and get that special offer that we have for you. So these are the 4 things that we're going to be talking about in today's session. Who is Efemena April? Who is this guy that is speaking to you? Efemena is a data professional. Okay, so I've worked as a data analyst, data scientist, data engineer. I worked as a business systems analyst. I've worked, within Power Platform implementation. I've done quite a number of things. All right. So before we started, I was talking to Clara, and I was telling Clara that UK is a ground for hustling. To be honest with you, she actually, she attributed to the fact that yes, UK is actually that place where if you're looking to work, you will work and you will make your money. So majority of the people see that I've done all these things and they wonder how I've been able to do this. But I won't lie to you, it was the UK. There were quite a number of opportunities that I got, and I couldn't pass on it. So at the time, I think 2, 3 years ago, I was running about 4 contracts in the UK side by side, at the same time. And these are the kind of opportunity that you get while living in the UK. But guess what? I didn't start from there. Like I think people see me and they're like, oh, if you're a guru, you're this, you're an expert, you've been doing this for years and all that. But I didn't start from there. I had a non-technical background. I studied economics in university. My first job was working as a consultant, management consultant back in Lagos, Nigeria. So I did that for about 4 years, okay, before I realized that, okay, there is no pathway here for me. I need to do something else. And that's where tech came into play. It took me 2 years to get a job. So you see, when people talk about the iceberg effect, people just see the top of the iceberg and they think that that's 80% of it. That's the iceberg. But the iceberg is actually, engulfed inside the water. That 80% is the hard work. That 2 years that it took me to get my first job. People don't see that. People don't know that it took me 2 years to get my first job working in the tech space. But those are the kind of things that we have these sessions for us to talk, and I get to share light about that. But essentially, I'm not coming from a non-technical background, non-technical based experience, moved to Ireland, and I was able to get a job in the tech space. So if I can do it, trust me, I won't lie to you. You can also do it. This is not me motivating you, but this is me speaking fact, 100% fact. If I can actually do it, you can do it. And I've helped a ton of people also do the same thing through different platforms that I own or co-own, and that's something that we're going to be talking about in today's session. All right. So these are 3 questions I'm going to be answering in today's session. So you see a lot of people, if it may, I have some questions. Okay. What technical skills guarantees I get a job quickly? I mean, that's what people are looking for in the UK. What technical skills that I can learn today and tomorrow I'm already working as a job? I'm not saying in that sense you get a job tomorrow, but what technical skills guarantees you get a job quickly? All right. Where do I get experience? If you remember, you said experience is a new goal. Where do I get this experience? That's what we're going to be talking about. Last but not the least is employability skills. Employability skills is what really sets everybody apart in order for you to get started. Okay, so these are the 3 questions I'm going to be answering in today's session. What technical skills guarantees you get a job quickly? How do you get experience? And what are the employability skills that you need in order for you to get a job? Now, in order for me to answer this question, so it doesn't say like, oh, if Imena, I heard it from you, okay, or you're the one that is saying this, or this is coming from the World Economic Forum. Now, they created this report, and it's called the Future of Jobs Report, and I'm going to breeze over this very quickly. The Future of Jobs Report is stated to talk about career paths that are going to grow and career paths that are going to decline. So all you need to do today, anyway, after the session, you'll get access to this, you'll get access to the document, and you would have access to reading everything that you need to read about the document. So just give me a second. I want to get a pen so I can show you something real quick. Okay, all right. So now on the left, what you have here are career paths that are going to grow. Okay, and on the right is career paths that are going to decline. Okay, so this is something very interesting that I feel like every professional needs to take a look at. So either you're interested in decline or you're interested in the growth aspect. I mean, take our time to look at it. It's called the Future of Jobs Report. And this is looking at jobs that are going to grow and decline from 2025 to 2030. So, I mean, that's something that you need to strategically position yourself in the next 5 years. So, looking at the career paths that are going to decline, you can clearly see some very interesting aspects. Vocational education teachers, you have construction laborers, sales representatives, you have, arbitrators, mediators, and counselors, relationship managers. There are quite a number of career compliance officers, architects and surveyors, and so on and so forth. So it's interesting for you to take a look at this. With the advent of AI and all that, some of these roles are going to be redundant. Okay. Today you might not even need a graphic designer. So look at my own slides. Okay, when I was coming up with my slides, I was thinking about where can I get images to represent. I want to ask a question. I created this in a few minutes. Rather than me sending a message to a graphic designer to help me develop something, I could easily use AI to just create these pictures without engaging anybody. So you see, these roles are going to, take over some roles, but it's also going to give birth to some roles. And that's exactly why you need to read this document. Okay. And that's why you need to wait to the end. Because if you wait to the end or you fill the attendance sheet, you will get access to these materials and you can read it yourself and you can see everything that we're going to be talking about. So the first career path we're going to be talking about is data engineering. So for data engineering, you can see the roles that we have here: big data specialists, data warehousing specialists, data engineers, database and network professionals. These are called data professionals. We also have data analytics and data scientists. We also have cybersecurity. Now let's take a look at data analytics. We have AI and machine learning specialists. We have data warehousing specialists. Okay. For cybersecurity, we have security management specialists. We have information security analysts. Also, we have network professionals. So you see, these are roles that exist currently that you could actually start to latch into, that are guaranteed you get a job. There is a demand for these roles itself. So you also have organization and development specialists, which falls into the domain of HR analytics. For business analysts, we have digital transformation specialists, and we also have process automation specialists. This falls into the domain of business analysis. All right. So moving on to the next one, we also have business intelligence analysts, sales marketing professionals, supply chain and logistics specialists, management and organization analysts. These all falls into the data analytics and data science domain. So you see, a lot of people just look at sales and marketing. For example, majority of my experiences within the data space has been in supply chain. Okay. And it's very, very interesting. The demand for this role, the demand for this, for career experience in this particular subject area, very, very interesting. So we also have data engineers. We have what we call database architects, also going to be in high demand. We have training and development specialists, and we have project managers, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you see project managers is just clearly there. I wonder why that's not coming up. So you see project managers clearly written out there, project managers. So, these are career paths, and this is how we came about, selecting the career path that we have today. Those 8 career paths I showed you earlier. Okay, that's how we came about this career path: data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management. Then under cybersecurity, we decided on this 3 career path: SOC, that's Security Operations Center Analyst and Threat Intelligence. We have ethical hacking and penetration testing. We have governance, risk, and compliance. So you see the reason why we have those career paths. We didn't just randomly select them because we feel like you should go learn it or you should get started in it. There is a analytical approach that we have taken to see that you need to learn the skills in order for you to get into that in-demand tech job that you're thinking about. All right. So looking at myself, I gave a little bit of introduction about myself. So I was working as a no tech background. I studied economics in university. I had no tech skill. I had no tech experience. I got a job as a management consultant where, I led set RAS sessions. I worked with, I was just majorly a strategist, okay, working with building strategy and so on and so forth for different companies back home in Nigeria. All right. I wanted to get a tech job, okay? And like I mentioned earlier, it took me 2 years to get it. 2 full years, more than 2 years, actually. I just say 2 years. All right. So over 2 years, I would say. Now, I relocated to Ireland, and everybody knows that once you relocate, there's something you call survivor job. Survivor job is, all right, before you can settle in, before you can get the kind of jobs that most people would do the survivor job. Okay. So I did my own survivor job. All right. But the interesting thing about this is, if you don't surround yourself with people that actually know what they are looking for, you can get stuck on survival jobs. Now, the reason why I would say this is very simple. Even when I was doing this job, I actually was considering staying back. I was actually considering staying back, and I'll tell you the reason why. All right, coming from Nigeria, where you have to work the whole month to get your salary. Okay, now you have a new system whereby the number of hours that you put in guarantees you making more money. Okay, so at the time when I was working crazy hours, I was earning close to €1,000 every week. I was earning close to €1,000 every week. And coming from someone that was coming from Nigeria, that was earning maybe 400K at the time when I left, okay, a couple of years ago, I was earning about 400K. Now I'm coming to earn that same salary in a week. It was at the time was about, I think the exchange rate was about 400 euros to about 400, 300 to 400 euros, 400 naira to €1. So I was making it in a week. So I was excited at one point, and the realization for me, what really made me realize that this is not a career path that you need to stay in for very long. There was somebody in the warehouse also where I was working, okay, that had been there for over 5 years. Now, guess what? Me that started that just a few months, I was just about 2, 3 euros lesser than him. So this guy has been here for 5 years, and it's just 2, 3 euros higher than myself. It didn't make any sense. So at that point, there was no future there. I mean, you are going to be making consistently the same 1,000, 1,000. Let's say you are even going to work crazy hours. So you do 1,000 every week. That's 4,000 euros in a month. That's what you're going to be stuck on for the next 5 years, 5 years plus, as if your salary remains the same. So why not look for a career path where you can earn significantly more than that 4,000, okay, after taxes and everything that you're looking for? And that's exactly what propelled my my intensity to looking for more jobs within the tech space. All right, so I had no time working as a warehouse staff. So everybody that I see that, will I have time to learn? Will I have time? I had no time also. So you can't complain. If I could do it, you would find time to do it. So I was stressed also, working crazy hours because I wanted to make more money. And my visa status was also questioned. Okay. So I came on to do my master's. I need to get post study, or I need to get a company that will sponsor me. That's exactly where I started looking for jobs. Now, some of the mistakes that I made that you are also making today is over reliance on degrees and certificates. So every recruiter, employer that reached out to me at the time was asking me the question, everybody asks the same question: tell me more about yourself. In that question, I was always talking about my degree, my master's, my this, my that, my this, and I got a lot of rejection. I mean, I got a ton of rejection emails. If I show you my email today, sometimes I still search, and I can't imagine the more rejection emails I received that period. Okay, so the next thing is poor CV and LinkedIn profile. So my LinkedIn was not great. My CV also wasn't great. The way you structure your CV and your LinkedIn is very, very important for you to convert. So it's a conversion game. So how many jobs did you apply for? How many jobs were converted, in the sense that how many recruiter called you back? So these are the things that you probably need to question yourself. So if you apply for 10 jobs and you get 10 rejection, the problem is not that you don't have experience, first of all. The problem is that you have a terrible CV. Now, if you start applying for jobs and you're getting call back, okay, and you don't pass the first level interview, you don't have good interviewing skills. So you see, you have to start solving the problems one after the other. So first of all, have a good CV that converts, that people would call you to say that, oh, can I schedule a session with you? Oh, can I meet you? Oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Now, once you conquer that level that you're converting more, you move into the next level, which is interviews. Now, for interviews, if you don't pass the first level, your interview skills are terrible, are not great. Okay. Now, if you don't pass the second level, you are not good technically. Okay. And that's the way you just break it down. Okay. And those are the things that have helped a ton of people that I've worked with secure their first job. Now, the other thing is Ireland experience, UK experience, US experience, Canada experience, and all of that. So I had no relevant work experience apart from working in a warehouse. I made a very big mistake. And the mistake I made was on my CV, I went to go and put warehouse operative on my CV. I went and put warehouse operative to show that I am working in a country. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I got more rejections. All right. So I could see the management consulting. Then on top of management consulting, I went to go and put warehouse operative, working in Ireland. I want to show them that I can work with indigenes and all that blabber nonsense that you guys, people have told you guys. All right. I went to do the same thing. I got tons and tons and tons of rejection until I took that out. Then things started working out too. Let me just clarify this particular work experience. Okay. Work experience doesn't mean you have worked in Ireland or you have worked in the UK. No. Now, that work experience is it relevant to the role that you're applying to? That's the relevant work experience that you're talking about. If you know how to use Power BI as a data analyst, for example, Power BI in Ogbomoso or your state, okay, is the same Power BI they're using in London. So if you learned it in Ogbomoso, okay, in Nigeria or somewhere in Ghana or anywhere, Kumasi, wherever, all right, it's the same tool you're going to be using in the UK. It's not different. Python in Nigeria, in Ghana, in South Africa is the same Python you use in Canada, UK, US. It's the same Python. All right. Agile as a project manager. Agile, you implemented Agile in Lagos, Nigeria, and you come to UK and you want to implement, you want to see how you can implement Agile. Agile is Agile. There's no difference. So if you implemented it for a manufacturing company in Nigeria and you're coming to the UK, you still implemented Agile. And that's something I realized, after speaking to tons and tons of recruiter that rejected me, but they gave me feedback. So they wanted to see how my experience tailors to the job. Okay, so it's not that you need to have worked in the UK or you need to have done something in the UK. No, there's nothing like that. All right, experience is all that matters. Where you got that experience really doesn't matter. So you might have gotten experience in Nigeria. You see a lot of software developers that are coming to the same UK and they're getting jobs. Do they have UK experience in order for them to get a job? No. The people that do you think they got experience before they got the jobs in the UK? No. It's relevant work experience. So now if you're coming from a banking experience and you want to get a job as a data analyst, you need to find a way to turn your banking experience into analytical experience in order for you to get a job as a data analyst. Don't just go and carry your banking experience. I open account. I submitted loan applications, and you're putting out your CV and you want to apply for a data analyst role and you think they're going to give you the job, it's not going to work. Okay. So those are the things that we would help you out with. Okay. And last but not the least is lack of focus. Because most people are desperate. Even at the time, I was desperate. I wanted to get a job quickly. And long story short, I was delving from one career path to the other. I know one friend that got a job as a business analyst. I'll go into learning business analysis. I see another friend of mine that learned cybersecurity that got a job. I will jump into cybersecurity to go learn it. And that's exactly one of the cycles that, very, 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 very demanding. So, after much trial and error and so on, I was able to get my first job, okay, working as a business intelligence developer for the same company I was working as a warehouse staff, not another company. The same company I was working as a warehouse operative, I started working as a business intelligence developer. And guess what project I used in getting this job? Guess what project? Most people don't, people find this very interesting and funny. I'm going to click on the link, and that's the reason why you need to fill the forms that we have on the screen so that you or join the community so you can get access to these things so you can see it for yourself. So just going to click here. You click here to see the project. So I'm going to click here, and this is the project. I posted it on LinkedIn to help other people learn also at the time. So you see, this was the dashboard I created. It was an Arsenal dashboard. It was an Arsenal dashboard I used in develop. I developed this particular dashboard, and I used this dashboard in getting the job. So most people didn't believe this, or most people find this difficult to believe, but this is exactly what I did. So I told the person I was interviewing, the person asked if I had Power BI experience or any kind of analytical experience. I told him, obviously, I told him I had experience in doing that. So he asked the question, can he see some of the things I've built in the past? And at the time, I'd not done much. Okay, I just learned Power BI, and I felt it was fun. It was a fun project. I'm an Arsenal fan, or I used to be an Arsenal fan, and I used to be an Arsenal fan, and I found this very interesting for me to work on. Seeing Arsenal's performance all year round. How many goals were scored. I just wanted to do something fun, and that's what I did. So when I was speaking during the interview, I told the guy that I had nothing like I could show them. Majority of the report I built were for companies, and I don't think it's right for me to share those kind of information. But I have something else I can share that I did in my spare time. And it was like, oh yeah, go ahead, share. So I walked them through this project. Okay, I got the data from the website, scripted the data, cleaned the data, did my reporting. So there are like 3-4 pages of this particular report. This is another page, Arsenal top scorers. And this was something I just did in my room at my spare time. What position do people rank by season, by the coach, and you say by every year you had when a new coach came in, the coach will change and so on and so forth. So it was interesting, and the guy was blown away. The guy was excited that you could do this at your spare time. Okay, and that's exactly what gave me the offer. Okay, that's the first offer I got. But you see, at the end of the day, this is the ultimate job formula that you need to stick at the back of your head. I'll be wrapping up very soon. I have just a few more slides. The ultimate job formula, which is TEX plus E equals to job offer. Now, for you guys, I don't like you don't like formulas. All right, it is technical skills plus experience technical skills and experience plus employability skills equals to your job offer. So you learning the technical skills on YouTube is not sufficient enough. So you see a lot of people on Twitter, oh, get these free resources, free this, free that, free this, free that. You can learn all the free resources in this world, and I can tell you for free, those free resources is not going to get you a job. The learning, all the things that you're going to be doing doesn't guarantee you a job. You need experience. So technical skills and experience plus employability skills get your job, first job offer. Now, this thing I'm not speaking about for my own self. I'm going to be speaking for my own personal experience. So after I got the first job working as a business intelligence developer, I got another job. Like I would say within like 3 months of starting that job, I got another job offer, and this was with Dell. Okay, way more bigger, way more international. All right, it was a demand planning advisor role. Most people will see demand planning advisor and think it is an administrative role. All right, but this is a data science role. This is a core data science. This has to do with machine learning, predictive modeling, forecasting, and so on and so forth. So that was the role itself. And how did I get it? Also personal project. Okay, so I was able to get this. Okay, and guess what? I rejected the offer. The reason why I rejected the offer was the company that I was working with. I told them I got a better offer. What they did was to match this offer, give me a better offer, okay, and added additional perks to the offer. This was the same person that was working as a warehouse staff, a couple of months ago. Okay. Now I was getting new perks, I was getting new salary, new everything. All right. Now, down the line, just about less than 2 months again, down the line, I got another job offer. Okay, so remember, TEX plus E equals to your job offer. Technical skills plus experience plus employability skills get you the job. I got a new job. I told them I was going to be getting this was a business systems analyst role for another globally recognized medical technology company based in Ireland. And this was all within a year. Okay, I was able to get the job. And when I got this one, I went to meet my boss at the time to tell him I had got another offer. And I was like, Effie, you know what? It's not every time you get a new offer, we're going to, this was less than 2 months. We just increased your salary. You're asking that another job has come. So I had to, I had to resign. Then I got, this was a better offer for me. So I went on to this particular one. And I'll tell you, that was the road to my six-figure role. That was the road to leading to my first ever six-figure job within the tech space. And this happened within a year. So when I'm talking about TEX plus E, I'm not talking about me just sharing random numbers or random things for you to, it's technical skills plus experience plus employability skills get you your job offer. All right. And these are the people that have gone through Amdari, okay, and I've done the same thing, rinse and repeat. Okay, technical skills, experience, and employability get you the job. So Andrew, you can listen to Andrew, you can listen to Nima, you can listen to Solomon, Busayo, Olani, Timmy, Stephanie. You can listen to these guys. We don't have enough time for me to play any of the videos here. All right, the links are there for you to to listen to them. So just click on it. It takes you to a Google Drive where you can listen to them. All right, these are guys, Nigerians, Africans that have learned and have gone ahead to getting their own jobs within the tech space. All right. Now, lastly, what are employability skills? What are the things you need to, in terms of employability skills? Now, let's take an example. This is you. The things we're talking about employability, CV review and revamp. Okay, CV review and revamp. You need a good CV in order for you to get a lot of offers. Okay. Number two, LinkedIn optimization. LinkedIn optimization works like search engine optimization. What platform, which channel on YouTube has the best platform for immigrants and people looking to get into the UK? You will see Clara immigration. Okay, once you type it on Google, you will see it there. All right, that's a search engine optimization. The same thing with LinkedIn optimization. If I am looking to hire a project manager, a business analyst, a data analyst, I search those keywords on LinkedIn, okay, and you see profiles that appear. That's what we call LinkedIn optimization. So I usually tell people this, especially if you're starting, the more eyeballs your profile attracts, the more the opportunities that you get. Okay, the more eyeballs your profile attracts, the more opportunities you're going to get. Navigating the job market is single-handedly another important part of employability. So you're learning a tech skill, you're learning data analytics, okay, and you don't know what kind of jobs you could apply to. That's a red flag. Don't just go and search for only data analysts. Can you apply for sales analyst, customer insight analyst, product analyst, marketing analyst? There's so many roles you can actually apply to. Supply chain operations. There are quite a number of jobs you can apply to. That's what we do again when we talk about navigating the job market. We also have interview preparation. Now, interview preparation is one of the major things that you need to understand. And I'll talk about just one thing just because we don't have enough time. So there's this very popular question: tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. Now, this question can come up in different ways, okay? Different ways, different manner. Oh, can you introduce yourself? Can we meet you? They can ask this question in different ways. But the way you answer this question is from today onward, I want you to just say sit. Okay. All right. So talk about number one. When they ask you this question, talk about skills. Okay. Talk about your experience. You see why experience is very important. Okay. Talk about your experience. Okay. Talk about your achievement. Okay. And last but not the least, talk about the type of person that you are, or basically tie it together. And I'll use my personal experience to share this. Talk about your skill, first off, talk about your experience, talk about your achievements, talk about the type of person that you are. Now, don't just talk randomly. Don't just freestyle it. Please. It's not freestyle. Every job application you're going for, tell me about yourself should be a chameleon. It should fit the job description that you're applying to. So if you're applying for a customer and insight analyst role or a data science role or project management role, it should be tailored to the role itself. And that's something that everybody needs to understand when they are looking and getting started. Now, moving on to the next one, which is, just give me a second. Okay. All right. So, mentorship sessions, this is where we bring experts within the industry to come speak to you. All right. People that have done it before. There's a popular saying, follow who know road, follow the person that knows the
So
way. All right. So we also give out job reference. So people that come with us, we give you a job reference. And that's single-handedly another important thing that you need in the job market. Somebody has to back up your experience. So it's not just I've done it before. Okay. Okay. Who can back up this thing that you say you've done before? That's where exactly where Amdari comes in. So on the job support, you get a job, you need assistance on the job. We'll provide you with job on the job assistance. Now, lastly, how can Amdari help you get experience? Very simple. Now, this report came out early this year, sorry, and it was looking at all the jobs that were posting, entry level jobs that were posted last year. And you can see that majority of the entry level jobs means that you're just finishing school, you're looking to get in a job. You can see majority of the jobs add experience. 8% at least 3 years, 20% required you to have at least 2 years. Entry level jobs, not like a middle management role or whatsoever. This is an entry level job. 36%, at least a year, 23 at least 6 months, 7% at least 3 months. So you see this. So you see, majority of the roles that appeared last year and that were entry level came up to having you need experience to have it, to get the job. And majority of the job seekers that even lose out on this opportunity lose out because they lacked required years of experience, they lacked required technical skills, and they lacked required soft skills. So this is exactly what Amdari does for you. So we have partnership with different startups across the world. Okay. And what we do is to partner with this startup to give us their unique business challenges. Okay. Their unique business challenges. So whatever the challenges they're going through, it could be customer, it could be cybersecurity, it could be project issues, and so on. Give us this problem. We have people that are willing to work on this project to gain actual work experience, real world experiences. So we assign these projects to you, okay, for you to work on. Now you're not working on this project alone. You are also assigned a coach, okay, a mentor that would guide you through the project itself. Okay, so business challenges are assigned to you. You are given a coach also to assist you with the project. If you have questions, you have not done this before, I don't know how to work about it, you have a mentor that will guide you through it. Okay, now once you're done working on the project, you're expected to do a team presentation or an individual presentation. Remember, soft skill. This is exactly where your presentation skills gets better. Your presentation, your slide deck, design and other things will help you, would assist you with that. Then your recommendation is giving back to the company. Okay, your recommendations are given back to the company for them to implement. So it's a consulting gig, it's a consulting company whereby we source for these projects. Okay, we assign the projects to you, you work on the project to build your experience, and then you gain the experience that you need. So you can add it to your LinkedIn profile. You're currently a consultant with Amdari, you're a business analyst consultant, you're a project management consultant, you're whatever kind of consultant, and you can put that on your CV, you can put that on your LinkedIn profile. You get an in-demand work experience, you get a work experience whenever you request for it. You can use the experiences during interviews. So if they ask you, oh, tell me about a time you've done XYZ before, you can discuss confidently about how you've done it before in the past. Okay, so Andari is a one-stop shop platform. We provide you with number one, learning resources. So number one is learning. We have the internship, okay, where you get to build actual real life projects. Okay, you get to work on actual real life projects and deliver on it. We also have Learn. Okay, so Learn is a platform where for people that are looking at getting started, it's not every technology that you know of. It's not every technology that you know of. So if you are going into, let's say, cybersecurity, you probably have not worked with all the projects or all the tools in cybersecurity, and you want to learn. Okay, so if you create an account and you have access to the internship, you would have access to the Learn page. Now, via the Learn page, you would see we have different courses across all the career paths that we have there. So if you're interested in cybersecurity, for example, you can see Introduction to Cybersecurity, Network Security and Incident Detection, SOC Analyst, you have Endpoint and Web Security, Offensive and Defensive Cybersecurity, and we have a ton of other courses in there. All right. So if you're going for data science, for example, the same thing. You have a ton of courses, Excel and statistics, machine learning, computer vision, Python for data science, and so on. Last but not least, let's just take a look at data analytics. So you have Excel courses, you have Power BI courses. So you can come on the platform to learn also, which is a good thing for you. So that's why we call it one-stop shop platform. So you have the internship that you have on the platform. So if you go to you save your old internship, and you have different internships that we have there. Okay, consulting based internship from you have data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, so on and so forth. And we also have mentors that you get to work with. Okay, so these are people, industry experienced professionals that would mentor you. When you're looking at getting started within the tech space. So that's part of the mentorship that you get. Okay, and also last but not the least, you have a portfolio. So most people are always asking for portfolios, like how do I create my website portfolio for projects and all that. So you also have that. So if you click on portfolio, once you've created an account, you have secured your internship slots. You also have access to the portfolio page where you can easily put this, and you can see all the information, all the projects I've worked on, how to reach out to me, my education, my experience. I could come down here to portfolio sites, and you would see the portfolio site, all the things that have to do, the kind of projects I've worked on, my specialization, the tools and technologies that I use on a frequent basis, my skill set, my experience. So it's a job portfolio that you can easily do what? You can just come here, copy the link, you see the link here, and you can put it on your CV. So when the recruiter clicks on it, they can easily just navigate through the kind of projects you worked on, and they can, you have this at the beck and call. So the things that you're getting, you can get the internship experience. That's the experience program that you're looking for. You can learn new technologies, new skills, new things, and you could also build a portfolio of the projects that you've worked on, and you can use that to showcase in that recruiters, employers, and they're about. Number two is packaging. So we'll help you with your CV review. We will do this for you. All right. This is something that we are going to do for you. We're not just going to train you on it, but we're going to do it for you. CV review and LinkedIn optimization, mentorship session. I showed you the portal for our mentors, some of our mentors. All right. Interview preparation. You have an interview coming up. Somebody would assist you with interview prep, job reference, and on the job support. These are the things that would help you out with. Last but not the least, you want to get remote jobs in the UK, in the US, in Canada, we have our own remote job board. Okay, so if you have the same account, you can come here, you see job board, and you see you have access to remote jobs from literally across the world. Okay, and you can see different from data science to data engineering to and so on. So we have our own job board that is getting data from FlexJob, remote jobs from FlexJob, LinkedIn, Career Builder, Simply Hired, GitHub, and so on. So we pull in remote jobs from all this platform into one single place. So rather than you going to like 10, 15 places to look for a remote job, everything is in one place. That's exactly what you do. And that's why we refer to it as a one-stop shop platform that allows you to learn, package yourself, and also apply for this job. So if you're looking for you to get started, this is the best platform for you. So to wrap this up, we have a course starting next month, this Saturday actually. We have a course starting this Saturday. And if you're looking at getting started, this is the best time for you to get started. Okay. So we have a discount. This is a discount we talked about for the first 20 people. We don't take a lot of people because we like to personalize people's experience. Okay. So we're only looking for the first 20 people. So data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, agile project management. So rather than you paying £500, it's discounted, heavily discounted, or £110 discounted. So you can pay $390 for the 3 months work experience. For the 6 months work experience, rather than you pay £900, you could actually pay the discounted price of £750. 6 months of intensive learning, intensive work experience, exposure, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, career experience internship for the guys in cybersecurity, the same thing. SOC analysts and threat intelligence, ethical hacking and penetration testing, GRC. It's the same to £390 discounted for the 3 months work experience. Okay, that's exactly what we're going to do for you. So if you're looking at getting started, I would say secure discount now. Use the main stack link. You see this main stack link. Click on it. It takes
That's
you
what
to
I'm
yeah, okay. It takes you to this page, all right, which is called the Rave Internship Enrollment Center. So once you come to this page, all you need to do is scroll down to the career path you're interested in. Now, if you're interested in 3 months, okay, click on the 3 months, the time period. Now you can pay in installments. So rather than you paying £390 today, you could actually pay, £130 for 3 months. So you see, 3 months installment of £130, and that's exactly what you could do today to get started. So £130, you can split it in 3 months, or better still, if you're interested in 6 months work experience, all right, business analysis 6 months, you will see there, rather than paying £750, you could actually pay £150 for the next 5 months. So £150 for 5 months, you're building your experience, you have opportunities to get a job, and so on and so forth. And like I said, I usually tell most people that are looking at getting started, this is a huge investment in your career. So don't look at £750 as £750. Look at, I have the opportunity of getting a job. Okay. Now, if you're currently earning less than £3,000, you're looking at how you can earn significantly more, and get better opportunity. And I usually show people this. Let's say, for example, you're interested in let's just go to read.co.uk. Okay, and majority of these roles that you're going to be looking at to getting a job, either a sponsored job or whatever job you're interested in, and you search for these roles. Okay, let's just say data analyst, or data analyst, okay, or the business analyst, whatever career path you're looking at. There are things around contract jobs that you could actually start to. You see this. This is £300 to £400 per day, not per week, not per month, not for a single day of working. So, like, if you get the higher end of £400, okay, in a week you're earning about £2,000 5 days in a week. So, 2,000 multiplied by 4 times in a week, you do that for a month. That's what you've gotten £8,000. So after taxes and everything that you're going to be getting, it's still significantly more than what you.
saying.
300, 400 is still entry level for people that are working in contracts. Okay, so you still have other jobs that can go as high as 500 to like 800. This is 500 to £600 per day. There are still so many opportunities that you can do, and that's not just for data analytics. That's for every career path that you're looking at. So if you come to there and you search for the same business analyst, all right, and you search for business analyst, I'm just gonna leave for business analyst. It's the same thing. All right. There are quite a number of opportunities, and that's what you should be looking at. That you're investing in yourself to build your experience, to build yourself to the extent whereby you could actually afford to get better opportunities. This 450 to 550 pounds. This is per hour. This was posted 2 hours ago. So I mean, this is 750 to 850 pounds per day. There's so
Wow.
many opportunities that you can go into. All right. If you're looking for sponsored jobs, there are quite a number of places that would expose you to in order for you to get sponsorship jobs. These are the things that you probably don't know that you can have access to. And that's why I said at the start of the session, information is power. Okay. So if you have that information, you have people that can work with you to get this done. That's exactly what we're doing here. Majority of these jobs that you're looking at getting into. So if you're looking at this was posted 4 days ago. So if you look at this now, you'll see proven experience as a business analyst with a focus on business and operational change. They are looking for people with actual experience. Okay, so where do you get this experience? So for majority of the roles that you're going to be looking out for, these guys are looking for people that have experience, that have what actual work experience. So that's exactly what I would say. So where do you get this experience? Dari is the only platform that guarantees you that work experience. So if you're looking at getting started, click the main stack link. Okay, once you click on the main stack link, it takes you to this page. You can select whatever career path you're interested in and secure your discount. Now, the discount is going to be elapsing by Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. By tomorrow, the discount is going to be elapsing, and that's we're going to be closing the code for this month. So this is just the last call we're going to be having to get people to get started. If you're interested, we're only taking the first 20 people that are looking at getting started. So secure your discount. Click on whatever month you're interested in, whatever career path, click on it and get started. Click on the desired career, the month of installment, click on secure internship, click on proceed, put in your full name, your email address, your phone number, and go ahead to make payment. So once you make payment, you'll be redirected to a registration form. The registration form looks like this. So once you finish your payment, this form comes up. Okay, you'll be redirected to this form. So all you need to do is just fill this form, your full name, your email address, preferred email address, and so on, so that we can confirm your payments and then we can register you for the course starting this Saturday. So the course is starting on the 10th of May. That's this Saturday. Discount that we have at the moment is only available for the first 20 people, and that's what we have for you. So thank you very much, Clara. I hope that answers all the
Yeah.
questions people are looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually did, but a question just caught my attention. This lady is saying, how do we or how do I ensure that newbies in tech who sign up are actually taught? Because my experience has been that the trainers approach the training high level. I don't understand what she's trying to say,
All
but
right.
I think okay, go on.
Very good question. So it's not a training, we're not training you, okay? It's not a training company, but no, it's not an edutech or a boot camp. It's going to be project based. So let me just show you that. That's a very good question, by the way. Um, so let me just show you the platform where we house majority of this project so you can see it for yourself. So I'm just going to go straight to the Google Classroom. So the Google Classroom is a repository of all the courses that we have running at the moment. So take for example, we have the guys in, let's say, data analytics. Okay, so classwork. You see these are projects. Okay, project one, they're currently on project two. So I'll show you the first project. So this is the first project. View materials. I'm just going to scroll down. And now this is the project brief. So now you'll be learning Power BI, for example. You'll be learning Tableau. You'll be learning SQL, whatsoever tool you've been working with. And now this is an actual real life project. So let me just show you this. So you see product analytics, implementing a performance monitoring dashboard to monitor user adoption and engagement on VenBridge app. So this is an actual company. So VenBridge is a brainchild of Nexalink, a renowned tech giant in the digital platform that effortlessly connects buyers and sellers to today's dynamic marketplace. So essentially, what's the business problem? They introduced VentBridge to the market just 3 months ago, following an intensive series of pre-launch and post-launch marketing campaigns. So you as a data analyst, you're coming here to analyze this so it's not a training program that is going to be teaching you, oh, this is where you click on, this is how you start your Power BI, this is how you create a visualization. It's not a training company. You have learned, okay, and you're looking at building actual experience. That's exactly what we're doing here for you. Now, we don't expect you to have learned every single thing, Okay, so we don't expect you as a data analyst, you've learned Looker, you've learned SQL. We don't expect you to have done all that. Hence the reason why we have the Learn platform. That's why we have Learn, okay, which is the platform where you can actually learn. You can do a bunch of additional learning on your own. Okay, so if you come to the dashboard, and I showed you this earlier, so if I come to Learn, and let's say you're taking data analytics, for example, you can see courses in Power BI, in SQL, in Tableau, Microsoft Fabric. Okay, and you can click on that and you can watch them. You can actually use this to learn, while you're doing the internship. So if you've never done Power BI before, but you've been given I think the second project they're working on at the moment is a Power BI based project. Okay, just give me a second. So now this particular, okay, yeah. So you see, Power BI, they're going to be working for Power BI for this particular project. So this is navigating the digital landscape, enhancing brand reputation with cutting-edge social media monitoring. So this is another, customer analytics, project for you to work on. So this is going to be you using leveraging SQL and Power BI for this particular project. So yeah, that's basically what you're going to be doing. So nobody's going to be teaching you and sitting down with you and saying that, okay, you need to come and learn. You've learned or you've done a little bit of learning and you want to work on projects. That's exactly what we're doing here for you. Does this make sense? So we have all this project from GRC to SOC to ethical hacking to data analytics to data science to data engineering. So very interesting project, real life projects you're going to be working on to get you the experience that you need. Does
Yeah.
this make sense? Yeah.
This is such a mind blowing presentation. Like, honestly, this is really good. Thank you
Thank
so much, Mr. Ifimena. Now, the main stack link is pinned in the comment section of this video. Please go and enroll, invest in your future. A few days ago, I asked a question in one of my live sessions saying, how are you seeking to improve yourself this month? How do you want to enlighten yourself? In what way do you see yourself, going forward? And I believe tech tech is the goal, and Amdari is here to give you these employability skills you need in landing your dream role, be it in the UK, any other country, or remotely. Okay, and one thing I love about Amdari is that you're going to be getting references, international references you can use worldwide. So please partake in this discount. It's only available to the first, 20 persons. And after today, the link expires by tomorrow, Wednesday. If you've got any question, you can also book a one-on-one section with Mr. Ifimena. The link is also pinned in the comment section. You can join their WhatsApp community. Maybe you want to nose around just to see what they are doing there before you make up your mind. You can join their WhatsApp community. It's all for free. All right. Mr. Ifemena, I don't know if you want to add anything. You can also join them on Instagram. Yeah, their Instagram is also in the comment section. They are doing an amazing job. Go to their Instagram page and you'll be wowed. So,
you. Pretty much nothing much from my end. I would just say that most times, if you're looking at getting started in the tech space, one of the major limitations people have had over the years is actual work experience, UK experience, Ireland experience, and that's exactly the problem that we are solving. To see how we can get you real life experiences that you can leverage. We're registered in the UK, we're registered in Canada, we're currently working on registering in the US, and so on. So these are the things that we're putting in play whereby you're going to be working on real life projects to gain real life experiences that you can use in getting jobs, better opportunity. The reasons why I've been able to get better opportunities is based off my experience. Okay. And that's exactly, and you remember what I said about getting my first job was an Arsenal dashboard I built. So talk more now, all these kind of projects are more mundane. The environment is a bit more competitive to just you working on random data set that you find on Google, and so on and so forth. You need actual work experience. Okay, what companies have you worked with? What industries have you specialized in? And that's exactly what we're doing for you. So if you're looking at getting started to build that experience within the tech space across the 8 career paths that we talked about today, feel free to send us a message or register, for the session and get started. That's what I would say. Thank you.
yeah, get started and you won't regret it. All of the links to access Amdari team is pinned in the comment section or description box of this video. And thank you so much again, Mr. Ifimena. I won't lie, I actually learned something from this live stream. You see, when you talk about seats, that just caught my attention. I just quickly, wrote that down. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you
And
very much.
guys, once again, please thank Mr. Ifemena. And if you have any, query or you want to inquire, feel free to also reach me on my Instagram and do say, Clara, I heard you talking about Mr. Ifemena Amdari on YouTube. Oh, could you throw more light? I'll be so glad to do that. In fact, I'll be more than willing to do that. It's such an amazing one. Start
It
earning.
is.
Yeah, start earning well. Thank you guys. Bye and good luck.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Thank you very much. Bye, guys.